Hi there, my name is Russ. I'm from Flippers to Paws Pet Training, and I'm being joined today by Cher. She's our 5-year-old son, Conure, and we're going to do a training session with Cher, probably a very short one. A new behavior she's been working on called a wing stretch, and that's what I'm calling it anyway, and that's exactly what it is, just asking her to stretch her wings out. We have several other birds that do this behavior on their own quite a bit. However, I noticed that Cher really doesn't. Only on occasion does she do this on her own. Now, another thing I did notice about this behavior, however, is that whenever we would pet Cher, especially on the leading edge of her wings, that would often stimulate her to go ahead and stretch those wings out. So I decided to use that to mold this behavior, and where I'm at right now is just attaching the behavior to the cue, the signal, and that is going to be the word, spoken word, W-I-N-G. With an S on the end. And I'm not going to say that right now because I don't want to lessen the effectiveness of that word. I'm going to save that only for this behavior so that Cher can very easily recognize that there's a consistency there. Consistency is so important with animal training. The whole idea is to get them to recognize that when this, then that. And for Cher, that means when this word is spoken, I do this, and I get my reinforcement. Reinforcement today is coming in the form of food. It's a primary reinforcement. This is a NutriBerry. You can see that up close. NutriBerries you can buy at the pet store. These are the parrot size. They come in various size. These are the parrot size ones, and they're great. Cher usually gets just one of these per day in addition to her regular diet. So it does make a great training reward reinforcement because I can just hold this up and she can take a bite or two at a time. And so she gets a little small reward, and I can spread that out throughout training sessions throughout the day. Because sometimes with Cher I will do quite a few training sessions throughout the day, keeping them short, because Cher's attention in a training session tends to wane very fast. She does much better if we do several very short sessions throughout the day rather than one longer one. So today we're just going to stick with one approximation here, and I am just introducing that signal word. So what I'm going to do is stimulate Cher's wings, as I have been doing, and when she stretches those wings out, wings! Good girl! She gets her reinforcement. Now she also just heard that signal word as well, so that's just reinforcing that there is a connection there between those two, the word and the behavior. And she gets a nice big reward, and since that's the end of the session, what I'm going to do, and since she's due for one of these today anyway, I'm going to leave her up here on this perch. Basically, we're a few days into this behavior now, training this behavior with Cher. Cher doesn't have a huge behavior repertoire. In fact, she's never been conditioned to understand a bridge signal. And a bridge signal would be typically a clicker with a dog or a bird. It can be any kind of verbal cue as well. If you go to a dolphin show, you'd see them using a whistle. That's their bridge signal. The bridge signal is just basically anything that lets the animal know that what they just did is correct. They can stop and get their reinforcement. Now Cher, of course, like I said, has not been conditioned that behavior yet. We do plan on training that to her, and I would highly recommend training and conditioning a bridge signal to any animal that you're planning on working with. It is an excellent tool because it's kind of like throwing a flag. You're able to mark exactly what it was that they're being reinforced for. With Cher in this behavior, because she doesn't know a bridge signal yet, what I have to do is make sure that I'm very immediate with my reinforcement. I have to make sure that my reinforcement is always right there. Now, in this behavior, that's fine because she's perched on me, she's close to me, but that severely limits the behaviors that I could train her. For instance, I couldn't train her to fly across the room. I couldn't train her to walk across my desk. Because then she would be far enough away from me to where I couldn't get her the reinforcement exactly when she's doing the correct behavior. So that is why a bridge signal can be so helpful to you in training an animal that you're working with. Now Cher did great today. She had some good success there. Probably do this one or two more times today, a couple more approximations. This is the first day that I've been introducing the signal word, and so I'm not expecting a real crisp response yet. But if you notice, what I did in that session is I spoke that word at the moment she was doing the behavior, and that's just going to help her to make an association with the word and the behavior. What I'll do as time goes by and I get more of these sessions, what I'll do is start to spread that gap in time out just a little bit more. So when I maybe see her just starting to stretch her wings, I'll go ahead and say that word. And then maybe I'll stretch it out a little bit before. And what the idea here is to eventually have me say the word, and then the behavior comes. And then she can make it, oh, when I hear that word, I can do that behavior, and then I'll get reinforcement. That's the association that I wish for her to make in the future. And at that point, we can call this a completed behavior. I'll be able to fade my hand completely away. She won't need that stimulus at all. All she'll need to do is hear that word, and she'll do that behavior. And then, of course, get her reinforcement, which is the big payoff. So that was our training session with Cher today. Thanks for watching, and go check out our website, flipperstopaws.webs.com. Give us a call, contact us if you are interested in any sort of training with your pets. We do housebreaking with any kind of animal, dogs, cats. We have a rabbit here at our house that's housebroken. He's a great little companion animal. Or we do any kind of trick training like you just saw me do with Cher here. We can do that with the birds, dogs, cats, anything. Give us a call, challenge us, and we'd love to come help you out with any of that. Thanks for watching.